All right, everybody's been wanting to know a little bit about projects in the shop. We got a kind of a, I won't say a short one because what we're doing to this thing is a 750 legal cage in it, but this guy wanted to have it done more like Tom McGilton's Z01 that we did. So this guy owns this car, is Francis Stewart out of Arizona, and he brought it up here to have us do this cage. He wanted us a couple other things done while we were at it, so we built a nice parachute mount for the back of this thing. Goes behind the bumper, removable where the chute is. But the biggest thing about it he wanted was a cage similar to, once again, what Tom McGilton's Z01 is. So on Tom's, since how it was a complete build, we actually put the cage up under the headliner or up above the headliner. So if you look over, there's a good example. You see the main loop comes around and the A-pillar is completely buried up inside, which these late model cars, if you run the A-pillar up in here where there's room, then it's down by your head and everything else. So we actually took all this and cut this out of it, run the A-pillar up inside. Everywhere else, the windshield bar then will come out of it. The covers will actually cover this. The factory covers will cover this when it's done, and all this will be enclosed. So you'll never see any of this A-pillar until it actually ducks out right here, and where it ducks out here and into this funny car cage. We'll end up with a secondary door bar that comes down through here. It will cut into this rocker a little bit, make room for all the electric seat controls, all the factory AC, heater box, everything goes back in this car. But to do this, it's a huge pain in the tail. Headliner has to come out, then you end up letting the cage down. We build everything in it like this with the headliner out, and then we let the cage down and weld everything up at the top. The bottom of this thing, it's probably going to be a little tough to see, but we try and do everything underneath the car, where a lot of the guys will cut the floors all up. Well, the way we try and do it is where all the tubing under the floor is just that, under the floor, and not running through the floor and intrusive inside the car. So by putting everything underneath, it just makes it a lot cleaner. But then when all this happens, you let the cage down, you weld up the top of the cage inside, you can weld up all the tops of everything down here. Then when we're done, we slide the headliner back in it, trim the headliner, the whole thing gets jacked back up in the car, and then when we're done, then once again everything is up above in the headliner. It's not a cheap build, but it's what this guy wanted, and he wanted the look and everything to be hidden as much as can be, so that's what we've done. We've also wanted to touch just a little bit. Well, we've got another car over here just on the jig. Like I said, it's one of the guys here at the shop, Casey. Just wanted to, some of the other little stuff that a lot of the home builders really don't pay any attention to either is the placement of the tubing. And so for us, it's really important, or to me it is. A lot of the guys don't do it this way, but structurally wise, when we fit all of our braces in here, we will try and fit the braces into these corners. Some guys will fit them over to here or just on here, or not into both of them at the same time. And when you do that, it still braces it, but when you fit them into the corners like this, then it makes it that much stronger. So it's just some of the little things that we do to try and make things better. Like this is a, I'll say, an elliptical tubing, but we make them oval like this to help clear all the sheet metal when we're done, when we're putting this thing together, which just makes it a nicer, cleaner look. But once again, everything we do is fit into the corners like this, and by doing that, it just makes it that much stronger. So the little things you can do, if you've got the time and the desire to deal with it, because some of it is a pain in the tail to try and do it like that. But the finished product, I look at it like this: you only do it once, so you just well do it as nice as you can the first time, and that way you'll never have to redo it or wish that you'd done it that way before. So we'll cover some more stuff later, but that's just a couple of things that are going on right now here in the shop.